Hello, Year 3. Thank you very much for all your efforts this half term. We're going to do one final lesson now where we're going to look at spellings. We're going to think about how we can create adverbs with the suffix ly, so that ly suffix at the end of the word. But these ones are a bit weird. These are the exceptions. They're unusual, okay? They're a little bit like this hair. They're going a bit strange, okay? They're the strange ones that we have to learn a little bit special. Okay, to be successful today, we're going to have to look at our previous spelling. So we're going to do a little bit of work checking where I've made my errors. We're going to learn some new spellings. We're going to practice these new spellings, and then we're going to use these new spellings. That's it. Okay. Right, guys. So last week we had basically, frantically, dramatically, magically, tragically, comically, actually, accidentally, occasionally, and eventually. And of those, 10 are correct, 10 are incorrect. See if you can spot which ones are which. You've got until I'm back. Bye. Keep looking. Last 30 seconds. Keep looking. Last few seconds. Let's see how you did, okay? Pause it if you haven't finished them. If you have finished them, well done. So circling the correct one. So the first one that's correct has got the two L's in base because we had that root word that ended with C, then the ALLY suffix. One T in frantically. You can see sometimes we over include our consonants. Grammatically is an A rather than an A rather than a U as the third letter. Magically, sometimes people get confused by this. It's a G, not a J. So make sure we're spelling magically correctly. Tragically, somebody in the first one forgot the A, didn't they? So it's an A before the LLY. Comically has a C, but not a CK. Okay, so don't add that extra letter for the incorrect version. Actually is, sorry, I've not highlighted it, but it's one T, not two. Accidentally is two C's, not one. Okay, so accidentally is two C's, actually is one T. And then we've got, so you can see it now. And then you can see occasionally, it's a tricky word. Mr. Spring sometimes goes like this when I make a mistake with occasionally. And what I've got to remember is two C's, one S. How many C's? Two. How many S's? One. Two C's, one S. And finally, we've got eventually, which has that A before the LLY. Okie dokie, guys. Sorry, I've not hidden the bit that says hide there. Okay. Right, guys. Just this week, we're looking at these unusual words which don't follow the usual rules. So, these adverbs normally describe a verb. Okay, so we've got a verb describes what we're doing. So at the moment, I'm waving my hand, and it might be that I'm waving aggressively or I'm waving calmly. Okay, so there's different ways you could be waving your hand. Okay, so the verb there's waving, and the adverb affects it, changes it. Okay. Now, don't worry about doing that job. We're going to do this job on our own. Now, if you can, try and get yourself a piece of paper or a pad, whatever you've got at home. See if you can find something. If you've got a whiteboard, anything. And what you're going to try and do is think. I've said 5 minutes there, but I mean 2. You're getting 2 minutes. Can you try and use these root words of brave, nice, whole, due, true, polite, active, rude, close, rare, and safe? And can you try and turn them into adverbs? So can you, for example, if I was doing brave, I'll write in big pen just so I can make the point of what I'm doing. If I've got brave, now I know that if I'm really, really, really robust and I'm going off to fight, I'm going to act bravely. Okay, now I've not joined it because I'm trying to show you on the video, but you can try and join yours like Maya's trying to do with her writing. So you've got bravely. Now, can you write all the adverbs that link to these in 2 minutes? Neat writing, off we go. Ooh, not long now, less than a minute. Have you got bravely? What would go nice? What would hold? They're all a bit strange, these words. See if you get them correct when we go through them. Last few seconds now. See if you're able to get these. Looking now towards the end of the session of attempting to do these. Have you managed to get them all? Let's have a look. I'm going to cut your time up. Let's see how you've done. Okay. So which ones were the odd ones out? We've got bravely. Okay. So, sorry. We've got bravely. Press too many buttons there. Nicely, rudely, rarely, closely, safely, politely, and actively. And each one of those has the E as part of the root word, which is still there, if you see that in light blue. And it also has the ly suffix, the purple suffix. So they kind of look about normal-ish. I mean, they're a bit different to our words from last week where we dropped the end of the root word. But actually, they just have the ly suffix and the E. They're almost following a pattern. The next set, the two others, we have to wobble our face and go because they're a bit strange. These are the odd ones out. So Jew becomes Julie. Okay? Whole becomes holy. Okay? So we can see these are different in how the root word is being changed. We're getting rid of the E and we're adding the ly suffix. So there's no E in the adverb. Okay? And same with true becomes truly. Okay? Yeah, these are this week's words that we've got to learn. Okay, we'll look at the list in a little bit, but it's a tricky old situation. Now, if you have a go again, looking at these words, we've got some other root words here. So happy, coy, cheeky, sly, shy. Okay, if this horse is being shy, it would cover its face with its little paws, hide away or turn away. Okay, we've got a shy horse. Okay, if we're being weary, we're tired. Okay, if something's dry or humor is dry, it means it's not moist. Angry and busy and messy. Now, can you see if you can use an ly suffix to make these into adverbs? Off you go. Try again on your piece of paper. Can you have a go? Like I did with bravely, you're trying now to get happy, coy, cheeky, sly, shy, greedy, wary, dry, angry, busy, and messy into adverbs. So words which affect those verbs. You've had about 30 seconds. Get your pencil going. Get your pencil going. Happily, I am cheekily writing my adverbs down. Greedily, I've got a pencil in my hand. Warily, I've written all my work. Angrily, Mr. Spring keeps giving us help. Messily, I've got it all set up. Last minute now, guys. Let's see how you're doing. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Last few minutes, guys. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. "20 seconds to go. Okie dokie, nearly there. I'm going to bring it to an end in 10, 9, 6, 5. I've pressed the button by accident. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how you did. Okay, did you spot busily, angrily, warily, when you're bored of something, cheekily, like that monkey last week, happily, and messily? All of these adverbs, the root word, the Y has been changed to an I, and there's an ly suffix. So cheeky ends with a Y. We get rid of the I, and we put an I. Sorry, we get rid of the Y, and we put a I on instead, which is in blue, and then we have the ly suffix. Now, these are the weird ones. These are the strange ones. These are the ones which make us go like this. Because we've got coy. When you're a little bit nervous, you might be coy about showing somebody something that's really something you should be proud of. But it becomes coyly. You see, the coy, the Y is still there before the ly suffix. You can see shy, when we're a bit nervous, when we don't want to sing in front of everybody. You don't want me to sing in front of everybody. But if you had somebody who was really good at singing but was a bit shy and they were shyly singing, it might be a bit quiet. Okay. So if you're shy, you still got the Y when you're acting shyly. So the Y before the ly suffix. And here again, when we're slow, we're being a bit sneaky. So we might go over there and borrow somebody's pencil when they're not looking sly. We won't do it loudly. We'll do it quietly and slyly. So, and we'll grab it quickly and quietly, slyly. We've still got that Y in slyly. Okay, the root word ending in Y, but if it's only got one syllable, so like coy, shy, and sly, then we keep the Y. We don't get rid of the Y and replace it with an I. Okay, so dry becomes dryly. Okay, right. We have a look at some of these that are around. So often form with the suffix ly when it's added to an adjective root word. So day becomes daily. Okay, so we've got the idea ending in a y, but it changes to a y. It changes the y to an I before the ly suffix is added. So it's a bit strange, isn't it? Daily. So if we do things daily, so we're eating daily or cleaning our teeth daily, so every day, that's the adverb of frequency, how often we do it. It's a weird one because you'd think it's because it's day is like coy and shy, but actually the Y daily becomes an I. It's a tricky one, so we've got to learn it. There's no way around it. We just have to learn it, really. Now, see if you can find a pal like I've got my horse. Can you have a look at public? Why might public be an odd one when we change it? What do you think? Public.
Well, publicly means that you're going outside, doesn't it? You're doing stuff publicly. Okay. So if you were going outside publicly, how would you spell publicly?
I don't know.
Well, I know. P-U-B-I-C-L-Y, isn't it? Well, should we check? What do you think they've written down? How have they written that you're doing publicly things? Oh.
Right. Harry the horse wants to know how you've done it. So let's see how you've done it. Have you written publicly down? How did you write it? Let's see. Now, public is this root word. Normally, when we've got an IC, we'd normally end, sorry guys, so normally basically things like that, we get the ALY, don't we? But with publicly, what we end up with is we end up with public and then ly. So if you see just underneath the blue arrow, you can see we've got public and then just the ly suffix. We don't have the AL. It's a tricky one. Harry, tricky? Yeah, he's given up. He's gone to sleep now. Full. So when the whole of something happened, we don't add the L with the ly. We just add the y. So fully, we'd end up with 3 L's. We don't really. In English, we never have 3 consecutive letters. So we just have ly. Okay, now, same as every other week, the first thing you've got to do is look at those 10 spellings. So we've got truly, duly, wholly, fully, publicly, daily, dryly, shyly, and slyly and coyly. Then you've got to practice them. Try over 3 times in the week practicing them. You cover them, you practice them, you check if you're right. And then we have some lovely sentences. Use your fronted adverbials. Use all those skills you've been working on with Mrs. Hand. Maybe write about that book about the firework maker's daughter. Let's see what you've got. Could you write about light for me? Could you write about Howard Carter for me as well? Can't wait to see them, guys. Have a great break. Try and practice those spellings a couple of times. Thanks, year 3. Bye-bye.